You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
That's cool. You're not a gamer, are you? As in like video games and stuff.
Nah, I mean, I wish that was a thing when I was younger, because I promise I would have just been NCAA football, Madden, all the games when like Dreamcast and PS2, you know what I'm saying, PS1, man, I would have wrecked it.
What about GTA? Ever played GTA?
So, funny story, bro. Grand Theft Auto used the very first version ever of Grand Theft Auto was bird's eye view.
Yeah, loved it.
It was and no, not everyone had it. And that was the Grand Theft Auto we grew up on. Like I grew up on. What was that? Like PlayStation 1?
Yeah, PlayStation 1. So the GTA, then they done GTA London. So it's the same bird's eye view, but set in London. Wicked game.
Bro, that was the best video. Well, all right, look, let me not say it was the best video game because it had. We already know what GTA brings to the table, but bro, it was based in here in South Florida. It said the name of the cities where we live, and I know people around the country didn't know that it's actually said Miramar, where I grew up. It was in Miramar. I'm like, man, this game is ahead of its time, and there's no way that they're gonna keep this on the market.
So you've never played GTA 5, the latest one?
Nah, I don't anything past the GTA. I never did.
Okay, so I say all. Hold on, 2 seconds. Bear me 2 seconds. So if you've played, have you at least like seen the images of GTA recently? As in, like, okay,
yeah,
so,
I seen it. I know what it looks like.
So if I show you this, GTA. You see that image on the right with the 3 people?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I'll show you that. I'll show you this.
No, bro, what in the world? Yo, how you did that, bro?
One of my guys in the UK, it's Mugs NFL. He started off doing mugs, then he started doing jumpers, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. So recently he's been doing like these GTA trios of like Dolphins players and stuff like that. And me and Tom were like, so one day I messaged him saying, I need to get one, like Javon Holland and me and you. And he was like, I can do anything. And I was like, hold on, anything. So when he said anything, I messaged him saying, can you get me, Jadaine, the voice, and then you? He sent me the picture. It arrived this morning. I've been waiting for it to come, waiting to do this episode. Yeah. I'll quickly show you his page. So this is it, at Mugs NFL. And yeah, like there are loads. Like you can see the Dolphins one. Like you can get anyone you want to get. And yeah, I just thought it's only right I get a Go Time Dolphins one. So this is it's not our official merchandise, but it's the first Go Time Dolphins. Yeah,
bro. All right, for everyone listening, shout out to Mugs. Put us down with our own sweater it's a GTA GTD. Go Time Dolphins Grand Theft Auto sweater. Y'all gotta see this. We're gonna put it up on our socials at Go Time Dolphins. That is the dopest hoodie I've ever seen. And Kadeem didn't even like, oh, I got you one too, Touche. You know what? Yours is right here.
Yours is coming. Don't worry about it. But I wanted to
I wear a small, bro.
You wear small. That's fine. All I've got to do is get your address, and I'll make sure that I'll get you one. Get it shipped to the US. All good.
But what if I want it fitted like this? You see how my biceps poke out on my sweater? What if I wanted like, you see, those are guns. What if I wanted like an extra small? You think I could do it?
Probably. He does t-shirts as well. He does sweatpants. He does shorts. Like,
I mean, do you got guns though?
well, this isn't fitted. Like, this isn't fitted. You can see.
Hey, listen. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond but across the world. I'm your boy Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. And Kadeem, shout out your boy again. We got to get this sweater up one more time. Show the sweater, shout him out, and tell everybody like what's going on, man.
So at Mugs NFL, he does custom jumpers, sweaters, t-shirts, shorts, anything. If you want to get you, your wife, your boys, anything you want, just let him know. So this is the Go Time Dolphins one. Yeah.
Go Time Dolphins. Y'all don't even peep. Jordan got the logo on her shirt in the sweater. Y'all don't even peep. This is too good.
So, shout out to. And then the thing is, I had so many ideas. I was like, I want to get one of like me, you, and Javon Holland, friends of the podcast. Like me, you, LB, me, you, share my Steve. There's so many trios we can do. Me, you, 5 Yard Lee. Oh yeah, it's
man. Y'all about to see me only wear GTD merch on this podcast, bro. Listen, before we get into what's going on this episode, shout out to LB. The man hit us up on Twitter. You got the tweet, Kadeem?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds and get it up.
Man, it's draft day though. Draft is here, live and ready, and we're about to get into it. And we don't have no picks in the first round. So we're just gonna entertain you guys for a little bit. Draft coming up. If you're having a draft party, if you're chefing it up on the grill, flipping the burgers, tossing the hot dogs. I don't know what y'all do out there, Kadeem. What y'all do when y'all have barbecues and stuff?
Oh, barbecues, yeah, hot dogs, burgers, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of the draft, so it starts at like 1 o'clock or 1 a.m. in the morning. But when they do all the talking or the pre-packages and stuff like that, the first pick isn't until about 1:30 in the morning. So normally, I would kind of stay awake until the Dolphins pick and then go to sleep. Obviously, the year we picked Tua, I was like, okay, pick 26, we're done, I can go to sleep. Nope, we traded back. But yeah, I don't eat anything because I'm literally like lying in bed or sitting up in bed watching it. This year we have no, like you said, no first round picks. So obviously, I would very tempted to say, you know what? Let me go to sleep, wake up in the morning, is what it is. But we said that we will hop on after, discuss the draft, all that kind of stuff. So I'm staying awake, and it'll be the ultimate primetime podcast. So yeah.
Listen, shout out to everyone in all kind of time zones, and especially in different countries, to stay up and follow the Miami Dolphins, support the Miami Dolphins, knowing it's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So we appreciate all the London fans. We're going to have a prime time episode for a prime time podcast. It'll be 5 o'clock in the morning in London when we record next. Shout out to Kadeem for being a trooper. Yo, shout out to the Miami Heat. Moving on in the playoffs. I know y'all see the Miami Heat in the Miami Dolphin colors. This hat is one of my favorite hats. Got the Dolphin colors with the Heat logo. But we got that tweet yet, Kadeem?
Yep, all good.
So everyone who follows the podcast, we mentioned, the people who really created this podcast with us. Shout out to Bert. Shout out to LB. Sherrod Steve is ingrained in the fabric of this podcast. 5 Yard Lee has helped us come a long way. LB is someone who's been on the podcast before. He is actually the person who told us to start this podcast. He's like, hey, you guys need to start a podcast. LB, on the other hand, isn't the most athletic. And this man has sent out a tweet and said, because Kadeem was on the podcast and said, I know LB probably won't be able to get me the ball. I don't know if you guys can hear the yard getting cut, but
now I can, yeah.
Oh, you can hear it now?
As you said, I can hear it, yeah.
So Kadeem said, oh, LB won't be able to get me the ball. So LB took the Twitter and said, I don't know who told you I wasn't nice, but I am. And I'm here to tell you guys, LB is not nice. Not only is LB not nice, bro. So Kadeem responded with, will it be accurate and will it be on time? LB said, of course. Unlike when you and Charlie have podcasts coming out and basically we're not dependable because sometimes they're late and sometimes we miss a day. But yo, I had to wake up to this and I just said, LB, stop it, bro. I don't know who you putting on for Twitter, but you can't throw. It won't be accurate. It will not be on time. And for everyone listening to the audio version, we got the tweet. We got the thread right here in front of us. We're scrolling right now. Check us out on YouTube. Y'all can see the thread going out right now. And you can close this, Kadeem, because I need people to see me when I say this. If you're a listener of this podcast and you've been around since the first season, we just started our third season of this podcast. If you've been around since the first season, you know that me and Kadeem have a PS5 bet, and there will be a PS5 giveaway coming up. COVID prevented it from happening. I was supposed to go to London. Me and Kadeem were supposed to compete against each other, and whoever won the competition was going to give up their whoever lost the competition was going to give up their PS5. I'm here to tell you, not only can Kadeem still get it, but LB could get in on this too. And I assure you that LB could throw the balls to Kadeem 10 times and they would not complete one pass on me. I promise. If y'all want the smoke, y'all can have all the smoke.
Wait.
And we could hold up, and we could give away 2 PS5s. If y'all listen, I'm gonna be very clear. If y'all complete one pass on me over 10 yards, I will give away 2 PS5s. My PS5, and I will cop another one. If you guys do not complete a 10-yard pass on me or more, y'all get to give away both of y'all PS5s.
One. So are we talking? Just say I catch a 2-yard bubble screen, yeah, and I somehow get past you. I'm only saying I'm going to route you up. Mm-hmm. Say you slip and I get 20 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Does that count, or does it have to be 10 yards through the air?
That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take 10 yards accumulative.
Okay.
Y'all could throw a bubble screen. You could throw a hitch. You could throw a dig. You could throw a slant. You could throw a post. You will not get 10 yards on me. And we could, y'all, boy, listen, 2 PS5s on the line. How y'all gonna act?
I feel like before we really get into the episodes, I'm not even gonna really delve into that. Like, if you think you're that goated, okay, is what it is. I will, yeah, sure, whatever. I want to delve into the Waddle giveaway we're currently doing, because I know I've had people tell me personally that they've left 5-star reviews on iTunes. So let me backtrack. Sharewise Steve is giving away a fit to size Jalen Waddle jersey ahead of the NFL draft. To enter, all you have to do is leave a 5-star review on iTunes with your jersey size and the position you think the Dolphins will draft first in the NFL draft. I'm not saying so the Dolphins move up, move back, whatever the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft that the Dolphins make, let us know the position. I've had people tell me, they've told you as well, that they've left 5-star reviews. We haven't been able to see them. So if you've done that, thank you very much. We genuinely appreciate it. If you've done that, email me at gotimedolphins@gmail.com. Message us on Twitter, basically letting us know that you've done that, and we'll kind of take it through from there. We probably will have to change it up a bit, because I don't want to be a situation where, say the Dolphin draft center and the Dolphins do it, but we never saw your 5-star review and you missed out. That's not fair on anyone. It's one of those things where technology isn't always the best, so we apologize for that, but we promise you we will work around it to make sure that everyone has a fair chance.
Yeah, so it's a little speed bump. It's a little hiccup. We can't see our 5-star reviews right now, but we know people have what's the word? We know you guys made the 5-star reviews. You sent it to us, but we just can't see them. Shout out to Nick Kerr. He's supposed to be on the podcast. He said he left the 5-star review. Actually sent us the screenshot. So maybe, we haven't really figured it out. We haven't ironed out the kinks yet, but we'll work it out, and we're gonna get it to where everyone has a fair chance to winning, and it could be transparent. We'll never ever want to have it feel like, oh, it was rigged. Like, never. We never want to do that. And then we're gonna have more giveaways too. So we want to make sure it goes the right way. We just gave away some Javon Holland cleats. Never wanted to make it seem like something's not right here. So once we realized that we couldn't see our 5-star reviews, it was a little late in the process, and now we have to figure out how we're gonna go about it. But what you got, Kadeem? What are we doing in today's draft? Are we moving back up?
I don't think so. I think that, and I think it's a matter of it's what. So on our last episode with myself, you, and Ollie from PFN, in order for the Dolphins to move up in the draft, they probably have to give away draft capital from next year's draft. And I don't think the Dolphins want to do that. I don't think there's many players on the bubble of the Dolphins team which you want to give away right now. So I think had Devontae Parker not been traded, he could have been someone who the Dolphins look to move, on draft day to potentially move up. I don't think there's many other players that the Dolphins will willingly part ways with. That's not to say that they won't make a trade, because, if there's a player that the Dolphins want to utilize next season or this season, I guess, but a team says, if you give us this player and one of your 4th round picks or 5th round picks, whatever, you can move up into the second. The Dolphins might say, you know what? Yeah, someone's there that we desperately need, so we'll take them. So I don't think they move up. I think they probably move back at least once this draft class. And it's one of those things where it's like you have 4 picks and they basically start in the 3rd round. Why are you moving back for? But draft capital is draft capital. They might be like, actually, at pick 102, the positional value isn't there. We just lost someone. So if anything, we're going to move back, acquire, a pick later on in the 3rd round pick, so in the 3rd round, and a 3rd next year. Do you know what I mean? So I can't see them moving up, not into the 2nd anyway. I can see them more likely moving back and trying to get more picks. What do you think?
I don't think we're coming back up into the 1st round. I think it'll be a nice little night for us, just chilling and cooling, and we'll recap of what we think we're going to do next, like tomorrow. So I also know the Giants or the Jets. Giants pick 7th and the Jets pick 10th, I believe. One of them have said they're open to moving out totally and moving into to acquire a pick in the 2023 1st round draft. 1st round of 2003. They are open to trading their top 10 pick to move out into next year's 2023's 1st round. So that's the compensation in a regular draft. That would be massive compensation if you're coming from 20. That's one of those two first, 2 second type picks. But since there's no quarterback that's desired to come in here in this draft, I could see someone taking a discount and saying, hey, we don't want to pick here. We want to wait till next year's draft where there's a quarterback coming out. And I believe it's the Giants. There's a quarterback coming out next year that we want to package all these picks for. So I don't believe the Dolphins are making a move, but I expect a lot of movement in the 1st round because people are going to be jostling for a quarterback next year. I do expect Debo to get moved. I'll tuck mine in. So I don't know what that's going to look like. Are the Dolphins in the conversation? I'm going to say it again. I think the Dolphins were in the conversation pre-Tyreek Hill. But now that Debo is like a loose tooth, he's trying to get up out of there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll be interesting. You know, you like movement. You like to see movement in the NFL, but I'm not really sure. What you got?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are still like, and rightfully so. You add Debo to this wide receiver core, and it's genuinely frightening, and it's frightening already. But I just think the Dolphins, to make that move, to give up what they have to give up, and then to pay what they have to pay, I just don't think. I personally wouldn't like to do it. I think there's rumors that the Jets, have really opened up talks to trying to get something done. I don't see that either. But it's one of those things where once the first round comes and goes, and Debo is still a 49er, that's when things can go wild, because the 49ers at that point aren't getting a first round pick this year. So at that point, it's like, well, what do you try and get in return? And is that, not to sound so obvious, but with each round that passes in the NFL draft this year, and Debo's still a 49er but still wants to leave, the 49ers are losing so much leverage. And it's one of those things where, say the draft finishes and Debo's still a 49er, I think at that point Miami become an option again, because they still got those picks next year, and they'll be like, giving up picks next year to get Debo this year, yeah, that's fine by me. Like, we'll deal with everything else next year and stuff like that. So that's not to say that when it comes to payment and all that as well, you would have to imagine that Debo is not joining a team without a contract in place. He's not joining Miami to then not have a contract and be placed in attack and all that kind of madness and stuff. So yeah, I can't see Debo end up in Miami. That's not to say it won't happen. I wouldn't want it to happen, because I still think that there's other needs that are more pressing. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but I don't know it's a draft episode, but there's talk that Fred Warner now wants out of San Francisco, and Dolphin fans saying, go get Fred Warner. And it's like, he's like the highest paid linebacker. Like, that's going to be a very expensive get as well.
No, I didn't see that. But I will say this. The Miami Dolphins own the San Francisco 49ers 2003 first round pick. With the unknown of Trey Lance and the subpar play of Jimmy Garoppolo, if you trade Debo Samuel to anywhere, if San Fran trades Debo out of San Fran, just know that pick we're back on Baywatch again. It could be a top 5 pick again. It could be a top 10 pick again. And I'll be throwing on my conductor's hat how we have a team that made a run in the playoffs and still have a top 10 pick in the draft. So we want to see Debo traded from San Fran if you're a Dolphins fan, regardless of where he goes. He could go to, which is very likely, New York at 10. If he goes to the Jets at 10, I don't fear the Jets at all. Okay, y'all have a nice receiver. We have nice DBs. I'm not worried about that. But
you know what? So I'm very glad you said the Jets, because there's massive rumors coming out that Mekhi Becton will never play for the Jets again, that he basically wants out and he could be moved before the draft or even during the draft. And if that is the case, the Jets might look at that 10th overall pick and need to take a tackle. So all of a sudden, that throws Debo to the Jets completely wide up in the air, because they might see it as a case of, yes, we've got 2 first-round picks, but we need a premier tackle to protect Zach Wilson. So I didn't mean to interrupt, but it just makes it interesting once again.
No, so the Jets pick at 4 and 10. So it's, bro, listen, that sweater is so dope, bro.
I'm sitting there like, the sweater's not in the show. Like, I need to find a way.
Listen. Kadeem just readjusted his camera to get the sweater in the show. Like, when you showed me the sweater the first time, I seen the GTA going on. And I'm like, dang, he got himself on a sweater. And I look and I'm like, dang, that's Jordan. Those are Dolphin colors. And I like, is that me? I like, that's me. Yo, this is a sweater, bro. And the detail with the Dolphin jacket. And then Jordan has the Go Time Dolphin logo.
I'll even show you. So like, it's got like Rockstar in the corner, but the Rockstar's got obviously Dolphins, obviously.
Yeah.
But then the other side, it's got Grand Theft Auto, but with the Dolphins, the GT D logo as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he done an amazing job. Amazing job.
Man, we might have to have different versions of this sweater, bro. We're gonna have to switch it up a couple times. But yeah, man, definitely gonna get our own merch. Man, back to what we were talking about, because I got sidetracked when Kadeem showed us sweater again. So the Jets picked 4th and 10th. So I imagine they're gonna address receiver and line. Now, what happens with Debo is to be determined, but Kadeem hit it on the head just now. If Debo isn't a Jet, isn't traded in the first round, everything goes back to Miami again. All of a sudden, it's Miami has the capital, because now next year we have 5 picks in the first 100 picks of the draft, 2 first rounds, 2 thirds, and 1 second, and that's just right now. So you imagine Debo's going to get talked up to Miami again if he makes it past the first round. And for me, all I needed to see is him traded from San Fran, because that San Fran pick becomes a top 5, top 10 pick again, and I'm ready for that. I'm here for it. But Mekhi Becton is a left tackle that is disgruntled in New York with the Jets. He cannot play right tackle. And I know that's where some of us, that's the first place we went, was, can he play right tackle? He's not a right tackle. He went in the 2020 first round, I believe. 2020 first round. And I think it was a top 10 pick there too.
Yeah,
might have been the top 12 in the 2020 draft, first round. The Jets took him. And it's just not working out in New York. Rumors is that he came in overweight, but I'm not addressing New York rumors. I don't think he could play right tackle at all, but it's here nor there. We'll see what happens with the Jets. We'll see what happens with Debo Samuel. We'll see what happens with San Fran if they're able to move him. There's a lot to be excited about, and I can't wait for it tomorrow to see what we do in the 3rd round.
Yeah, same. And I think this is one of those questions in which you ask it to someone else and they give you a silly answer. I know, like, we're not going to get the silly answer on here, but what do you see as a win for the Miami Dolphins over the next 3 days? Like, obviously, I don't believe in winning the offseason, but how do you think Miami win the 2022 NFL draft from your perspective?
By getting a quality player. One, just one. You only got 4 picks. You got 2 sevenths, a 4th, and a 3rd. And that 3rd is basically a 4th. So in essence, you got like 2 4ths and a 7th. If you could land one player that can start on your team, because again, rule of thumb is a 1st round pick should start, a 2nd round pick should start, a 3rd round pick is developmental, but he should probably start, and everything after the 3rd round, they're not starters. You're just developing them and hoping for the best. So the fact that we're not in position to pick a quote unquote starter, if you package those, the 3rd and the 4th, and move up, you could go get you a starter. So I want to see the Dolphins be more aggressive still. Hey, go get you a starter. Go get that that corner that no one thought would be around in the 3rd round, and you grab them. So now you got a nickel corner, or you just have depth at corner because you pay the bag to your 2 corners and you want to have depth. So I can't wait for Trill Williams to see what we get in Trill Williams too, but that's not in this draft. And if we stay still and pick at 102 and in the 4th round, there's going to be a center there. So I think you can still pick center. And again, do not be surprised if you see a running back come off the board for Miami in any round. 7th round, 4th round. Jameer White should be around in the 4th round. He's on Touche's 24. Shout out to everybody who reached out to me and hit me up on the Touche 24 episode. It's my favorite thing of the year is to find prospects that no one really talks about and grind the tape. So yeah, man, I'm excited just for the draft, bro. I got my pineapple pizza, barbecue chicken and pineapple pizza on deck. It is a routine now. It has become tradition for me to watch the draft with barbecue chicken and pineapple pizza. So I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I think I kind of echo basically what you said about coming out with one starter. I was going to be like pedantic and say, I want to come out with a starter at center, or can you find a starter at right tackle, but I don't think it really matters, because if you can get a starter with any of these picks, then you've done well. It would be ironically sad, I guess, if you come up with a starter at wide receiver. It's like, dude, that's the one place that we don't need. We're fine there. It would be amazing if the Dolphins can come up with a starter at linebacker and center. And obviously check out our episode with Ollie Hodgkinson from PFN, but he spoke amazingly about some of the players that could be there at not just the third round, but the seventh round as well. And it's one of those things where when you do mocks, you kind of find a way to get starters in the seventh round. Like, oh my days, how did that guy fall in the seventh round? He would start. It's like deep down you kind of know that no, like the guy in the seventh round might not even make the squad, let alone start and stuff like that. But again, if you can find, but basically, can they once again recreate what they've done over the past 3 to 4 years, finding your Solomon Kinleys, your friend of the podcast, Mars Gaskin, like these late guys who all of a sudden, within 2 years, are like, yo, these are, legit pieces that will play meaningful snaps in the NFL and, make a genuine difference in games and stuff like that. So, ideally, I'd want a starting linebacker and center. I think give me one starter, and I think that would be a success, and we'd win the NFL draft this year.
Hey, it's draft day. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
Of course, I'm getting your face like in the way, but obviously it's draft day, all that kind of stuff. But I think the more important thing is what trio you're going to get on your jumper, t-shirt. Like,
bro,
what are you thinking?
Hold it up one more time. You slide the mic out the way. Hold it up. Like, let's get a still in here. Look at that, bro. Like, just look at the quality of that, bro. Kadeem, I thought you wasn't pro guns though, bro. What's going on here?
You know what? On my life, like, I was like, oh, I'm the one holding the gun. I was like, I'm not the gun guy in this. But at the same time, I've got my bandana, I'm holding it down. Like, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That is as goon as ever. As that's the gooniest we're ever gonna see. Kadeem Simmons is on this sweater. He would never be this gooniest, this thuggish ever again, other than that sweater.
Never.
But I'll take it, man. Yeah, man. I forgot the question you asked, bro. What you got?
What trio do you want on your item of clothing?
GTA.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't care, honestly. It's just dope. I like it.
It's funny as well.
Hey, y'all, you guys know, if you know Go Time Dolphins, you already know there's gonna be a giveaway with the sweater somehow, some way. We're gonna figure out how to give away someone can win a Go Time Dolphins Grand Theft Auto sweater. That'll be super dope. And we got some merch. We got some real merch coming out too.
Oh yeah, like it's one of those things where I know, and again, private conversations between you and I were like, we can start doing merch and stuff like that. And the moment I was like, we can get a Go Time Dolphins one, I was like, nah, that needs to, like, I will get it straight away, and then we'll go back and get our own merch and stuff like that. This is one of the things I'm like, dude, I can't pass it up. Like, I really can't. I'm trying to find he's done so many, but he's got an amazing Dolphins one with Waddle. I think when I first asked him for it, it was Waddle, Gesicki, and Tua. I know people are kind of gone with different trios and stuff like that. And again, like I'm scrolling through now. I don't want to kind of like give away basically what he does, but it's because there's so many different trios you can get and different GTA characters as well. Oh, perfect, found it. So this is what I was going to get initially. So this is JMR Finn, who I speak to quite a bit on social media. So he's gone for the Waddle, Tua, and Gesicki. But even like the Gesicki one as well, like it's a different character. Like, dude, it's just clean. So clean. So yeah. There's options. And I'm so tempted to get a t-shirt of me, you, and friend of the podcast, Javon Holland. Kind of just like a
yeah, man. You know what? I wonder if we get it and send it and give it to Javon Holland if he'll wear it for us.
Who knows?
You know what? Now we're doing it. We're doing we're gonna get Javon Holland a t-shirt of us and Javon Holland on the show and see if he can wear it for us. That'll be we out here. We're here.
So draft question. If you could get, I think I asked this before, but I will ask again, and I'll get the graphic up as well. If you could get one person from Touche's 24 in any round, it doesn't matter the round, any round, one person, Touche's 24, who would it be?
Any round. So, all right. Are you talking about for the Dolphins, or are you talking about just? I need particulars.
Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to draft one person from Touche's 24. Who's he going to be? Who are you picking?
So it has to be after the third round, right?
I would guess so, yeah.
All right. It would be. I'm gonna try to make it as realistic as possible, because I don't think David Bell. And you actually, Kadeem, you mentioned how if we come home with a receiver, it's something that we didn't need. I ain't gonna lie, Kadeem. We don't have the size that we desire at receiver. Tyreek Hill's 5'10", Waddle's 5'11".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These boys don't break 6 foot. We know that much. Cedric Wilson 6'2", but he's only going to be. I say he's only going to be here for 2 years. He's only under contract for 2 years. Preston Williams is 6'5", or 6'4", but it's Preston Williams. We don't know what we're going to get with Preston Williams, although we know what we're going to get with Preston Williams. So if we come home with a receiver, it would not shock me. It just means now we have long size and longevity. Preston Williams will not be a fixture. It'll make it easier to move on from Cedric Wilson if he underperforms. So I'm not completely sold on, we're not come home with a receiver. Mess around and Jalen Tolbert, he went to South Alabama. He was projected to be like a 4th, 5th rounder before he started getting buzz. Now he's projected to be like a 3rd rounder, 2nd rounder. If Jalen Tolbert isn't trusted enough and he falls into the 3rd, 4th round and the Dolphins bring him home, nah, bro, I'm off. I'm here for that. Like you could start him day one, Jalen Tolbert, and he has size on him and he plays big. So yeah, we might think we're good at receiver. Nah, you can never. Hey, y'all know the quote. Don't let a good player prevent you from taking a great player, right? So yeah, don't let Preston Williams prevent you from taking Jalen Tolbert either. So more realistic though, I'm gonna go with, to answer your question, I'll go with the man that the list was built around, and that's Marcus Jones. He's just the best corner for my dollar in his. He's the best corner that's not getting talked about. Yeah. We have a hole at returner. You can start him day one at returner. We have a hole in nickel. Nick Needham plays nickel. Yes, you could put Javon Holland in nickel, but you can play him at nickel. He's only 5'8", 180, but we could work it out. The athletic ability is unteachable that this kid has in Marcus Jones. So my one player would be Marcus Jones. He absolutely will be there in the third round. When the third round comes up tomorrow, everyone's going to be like, man, Marcus Jones still on the board. Touche was right. So that's when you could package that third round and that fourth round, or a third and a seventh, and try to move up a little bit, and he'll actually be attainable. I think everybody knew I was going to say Marcus Jones, Kadeem. So I'm going to give you one more just because I feel like being nice.
So very quickly, and when you start talking about receivers, I thought you were going to go with your boy Carl Phillips. Like, I thought that was the pick you're going to make. Like, because again, it's like, mess around and give me Carl Phillips. And again, obviously the whole size thing as well. But mess around and give me a trio of Jalen Waddle, Carl Phillips, and Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
All right. That's fair. But Kyle Phillips, I don't think he'll be there. I don't think he'll be available for us. And for everyone who doesn't know who Kyle Phillips is, if you missed the Touche's 24 episode, Kyle Phillips has PPD, pigmentation perception deficits. People look at him, they see he's white, and they get, I don't want a white receiver. All right, mess around. Kyle Phillips is the next Cooper Kupp. Everyone's going to say, oh, how did he fall so far? You feel me? So I don't think he'll be available. I don't think he'll be there for us. And then now you're talking about size again. Everybody will be under 6 foot. So I don't know if we want to go that route. Wan'Dale Robinson could hit you with some Kyle Phillips stuff too. But one more person that I think will be attainable on Touche's 24 for the Miami Dolphins, if I could have anybody from this list. Listen, I like Zamir White. Zamir White is a running back from Georgia. He played behind James Cook. James Cook was the dash. Zamir White was the smash and dash, right? Zamir White had 2 knee injuries in his life, and people are a little sour on Zamir White right now. But I promise you this. Mike McDaniel took Elijah Mitchell, unknown Elijah Mitchell from, I think, North Texas, or was it Lafayette? I know one of them boys was like UL Lafayette. Jermichael Hasty, you feel me? Just running backs that no one knew about. That's who. Say it again.
Louisiana he went to.
So Louisiana Lafayette is Elijah Mitchell, and James Hasty went to. Where did James Hasty go? It was either North Texas or maybe Boise State. Can't remember. Let's see how accurate Touche is.
Sorry, I haven't missed.
Or Baylor. It was either Baylor or North Texas. Jermichael Hasty.
Come on, Google.
Shout out to Stat Check. We're doing this on the go. So
he went to Washington State.
Washington State.
Okay, sorry. James Hasty went to Washington State. Clearly not the same.
No, Jermichael Hasty. Jermichael Hasty. See? And after I just gave you the credit, it's for them not to get on your back.
So good. Jermichael Hasty.
Baylor. All right. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So yeah, man. Mike McDaniel has a way of finding unknown talent, unknown running backs, and just plugging them and playing them, and they're just scheme fits. So Zamir White, man, we got friends of the podcast. We got Myles Gaskin, all gas, no brakes, 40 acres and a Hellcat. We got Savon Ahmed that we like as a Dolphin, and then you just gotta believe Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds are locks for at least this year. Last but not least, we did not even mention Jared Dokes. So I don't know if Zamir White is gonna fit in Miami, but I would like to see him in a Miami Dolphins jersey. It's a lot of talent on this list, man. I'm looking at this list. I'm looking at these players. I'm like, man, every single one of these players I would like as a Miami Dolphin, but that's not realistic, and I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I was kind of torn between, like, again, we don't need a Cameron Thomas, but hearing you and Ollie speak about him, I was like, that'd be a nice pickup. The Dolphins mess around and get Kenneth Walker. That'd be a great pickup. I know there were probably people sitting there going, well, can you get a Cade Mays and, plug him in at right guard and kick Robert Hunt out to right tackle? I wouldn't really be a fan of that, but I still think, Robert Hunt is the best right guard on the team. Keep him there. So I think for me, if I was taking one, while I'm leaning towards Cameron Thomas, I'd probably go with Marcus Jones. And again, that just solidifies your corner depth basically. Again, it's basically another nail in a coffin for Noah Igbenogany. But at this point, you kind of just got to move on from that and say, if we get anything out of him, great. But at this point, we're not counting on you to do anything.
Yeah, man. Emmanuel Ogbah. If we didn't re-sign Emmanuel Ogbah, I thought for sure Cameron Thomas and Boye Mafe were definitely in play. So the fact that we brought back Emmanuel Ogbah, I don't think Cameron Thomas is going to fall past the second round. So